Good afternoon, everyone. This is the second review of the day for Clockwork Planet, Book 3. I wanted to give Book 2 a proper review, because there was a major plot change in it, and I realized I never really went over it. So I did that, so if you haven't seen that one, watch review number 2 for Clockwork Planet. Otherwise, here's the review for Clockwork Planet Volume 3. Which I thoroughly enjoyed reading. Like I've said, I'm really liking the series and where it's going. It's something unique. I have not really seen any kind of animes where the world is made out of nothing but gears. And it's from the creator of No Game No Life, and which is just a huge plus. You know it's gonna be pretty good. He does good work. So anyways, onwards. So I want to go character development and stuff with this one. There's been some pretty big changes between the group of 4. Still seem, kind of kooky and at odds. But they're really starting to work well with each other, really starting to be a team with each other, and complement each other's abilities. We all know that Marie is really, really good with her hands in fixing things. We all know that Naoto is not so much. He's great, but he's more amazed by her skill. He doesn't have confidence in himself yet and what he can do. But so basically it's he hears things, she takes action. He points her in the direction of the problem and she goes and she'll fix it with her skill. Halter and Ryuzu are kind of the muscle of the group. They'll do the fighting when it needs to be done. Halter's kind of also her leash, so to say, when she goes on her tirades, which she definitely does in her books. She definitely goes on her little tirades. He even calls her a fireball. So he's basically like the wit. He's the calm. And Ryuzu is his reason for even being in this at all. He kind of he really likes her. Yeah, this part. This is what I'm talking about. So she goes basically like 10 kinds of crazy here, and he just kind of, yeah, there you go. She had some things said about her that were not very nice. Let's just leave it at that. Unless you read the manga, then you'll know what gets said. But or unless you can quickly pause on that. But anyway, so they've grown a lot closer as a group for character development. The plot is relatively the same in this one. It's going to change in book 4 because the ending on this one, I already know where it leaves off in the anime, so the plot will kind of switch a little bit in book 4, but right now it's relatively still the same, which is why I don't want to go too much into it. They're obviously, if you read book 2, you know that they're acting as terrorists now, and they just don't really care anymore about what the government thinks. And so they are off to investigate a factory where they got a strange signal from a group of agents who were sent to investigate. These guys here, actually. Sent to investigate it and ran into a mysterious automaton that is extremely powerful. After they discovered something that is banned and outlawed and should not exist. Later in the book, you'll find out who the mysterious automaton is, and they don't end up saving her yet. But if like I said, if you watch the anime, you're gonna know. So they arrive in this grid that they are where they received the message at, and Maria is pissed. She just basically wants to find these people who sent her this message and pummel them into oblivion. So you're kind of getting hints. Small weapon with a big punch. That's who they're looking for. And they kind of come to the realization that this might be another of the initial Y series, possibly even the one they've been looking for, Anchor. The initial Y, yeah. So they kind of come to the conclusion. So they enter in. They find what they're looking for. This massive, 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 massive weapon. That should not exist. It runs off of electromagnetic technology, and electromagnetism. Well, gears are metal. So what does magnetism do to metal? It sticks it together. So electromagnetic weapon, if it's used, could eventually stop the entire Earth from moving. The gears would seize together, and it would basically bring about the end of the Earth. Which is why they say here. They run into this mysterious automaton again, and that's where the book's going to leave off. So, the biggest change was just really the characters, as they are more, they fight more alongside each other, they grow closer. And they're learning each other's weaknesses and each other's strengths, and it's just really it's coming together. I really like it. I'm really looking forward to book 4. I can't wait. Once book 4 comes out, obviously I'll read it and do a proper review on that as well. But until then, watch the anime. I can't say that enough. Say it in all my reviews for this. Watch the anime. Right now the mangas are basically just really covering what the anime is, except for they go into a bit more detail. Like you learn why the message said what it said to her. It was some sort of code for the automaton that they run into. A little big weapon. When he says the other word, a little big, that's what he's referring to. They figure it, and they explain it in here, but I don't believe that they did in the anime. So, that's going to conclude my review for Volume 3 of Clockwork Planet. If you liked the video, subscribe to the channel and hit the thumbs up button down below. Thumbs up. And comment below if you if you just want to say, hey, it was a great video. I mean, I get people doing that. If you want to say, whatever you want to say, if it's a critique, put that down there too. I mean, if it's a serious critique, if it's just, oh, your video sucked, then I'm gonna be like, okay, well, I don't know why it sucked, so I don't care. If you're gonna critique it, critique it. It doesn't bother me. Maybe it's something I can learn on, or maybe there's a reason why I don't do it that way, and and I can explain it. So anyway, with that said, I hope you guys have a great day. Watch the anime if you've got some time, and you can find it on Crunchyroll, which I just subscribed to as a premium member. Support the industry. So yeah. Other than that, enjoy your day. Have a good one. I'll talk to you guys later.